On this week's episode of Rock the Job, we're going to be talking about keg stands.
Cake stands on the internet?
On the internet.
On today's episode of Rock the Job, we're going to be talking about how employers are looking at your stuff, your social media stuff, online, whether you like it or not. And along that vein, I found a survey from Deloitte, which is a pretty big consulting firm out there, and they found that 53% of employee respondents said that their social networking pages are none of their employer's business. And apparently, some of our viewers think that, think along those same lines. Specifically, one person that responded to the last video that we did is Mike Pence. And to paraphrase what Mike said, effectively, he said, there's the on-the-job you, and then there's the social media you, which is more for your friends. And that employers should understand that those two versions of you are different. But, we found that that's not the reality of it.
Right. So, in the last episode, we said that there is no online you and offline you. And that's just the reality. Like, if you put pictures of, yourself doing keg stands or playing beer pong or whatever on your Facebook profile or anywhere else, that's not going to do much for getting you a job.
No.
And, the reason that employers don't want you doing this is because you're representative of their brand. And so not only is it kind of a judge of character when they're looking for stuff like this, it's also, a judge of how you're going to represent their company. And they want you to represent their company in a positive light.
Yeah, and apparently on Twitter, some people definitely don't care about having their, giving positive reviews or negative reviews, really, of their employers. For instance, doing a quick search on Twitter of "hate my job" in quotes, a user here about an hour ago says, "I hate my job at Starbucks. It's so stupid." So not only is she saying that she hates her job to all of her friends or anyone else like us that might be searching for it, she is actually really directing that to her employer. And that's a bit of a problem.
Right. I mean, I can't think of a faster way to get yourself fired other than maybe to go punch your boss in the face. I mean, she actually @replied Starbucks, not, some generic employer. She actually @replied them. So if they have a social media manager looking for stuff like that, they're probably going to find it. So in our search, we found another website called, I think it's called ihatemyjob.tv. And this is a really funny site. Yeah. ihatemyjob.tv is a website exclusively dedicated to people that hate their job. So you can create an account, log in, and share, all the problems that you have with your job. This is probably not a good idea, though, because just as you can log in and share this kind of stuff, so can your boss. I mean, it's free to create an account, and it's pretty easy to get in there.
Wait, you mean managers know how to use the internet and sign up for sites?
I think so, Rob.
Ooh, well, that's not good. And along that same vein, going back to the Deloitte survey, it says here that 40% of business executive respondents disagree that what you're putting on your social media profiles should be only yours. Actually, 30% admit to informally monitoring social networking sites. Now, that's 30% that are admitting to it. But I know that employers are definitely looking at this, not only once you're an employee, but even before you get there. I mean, when you submit a resume. So I did an informal survey of my MBA class and spoke with some local employers here to see if they actually looked on Twitter, on Facebook, on MySpace for potential hires information. And they said that absolutely they do. And these are large employers, and they have yanked people's resumes purely for what they found on Facebook. And so you won't know if the employer yanks it because you posted some stupid comment or some picture of you doing keg stands, as Nick had said, or what. They're just basically not going to hire you.
Exactly. You're never going to know why you didn't get hired. They're just going to throw your resume out. So, I mean, why take the risk? You should be putting out a positive image of yourself in all you do online. So in a comment on rockthejob.com on our last episode, Alina was saying that just a couple years ago, when Facebook was still only for college students, hiring managers were already doing this. They were already looking at Facebook profiles to make hiring decisions. And so this is right now, all the statistics that Rob has been giving. That's, just what's going on right now. Think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. The internet never forgets. All this stuff is still going to be there when you're looking to get a job then or now.
And it's becoming even easier for people to post all of this content online. Apple today announced that the next version of their iPhone is going to support video that can be automatically uploaded to YouTube. And then I can then take that same video, post it to my to Twitter via a Twitter client on the iPhone. It then goes to all of my followers, and then they can share it with all of their followers. So this stuff is going to spread. And then even after that, Google then indexes everything on Twitter now.
Right.
So it gets out there real quick.
I mean, all this stuff spreads really fast. You're always on, and that's the thing that you always have to remember. Everybody has, these cell phones now that are connected to the internet that can take pictures. So even if you're not putting stuff out there yourself, other people could be, putting out pictures of you at a party, doing keg stands, or whatever. I don't know why we're on such a keg stands kick today, but
the glory days.
But now with the new iPhone, people can take video of you doing this stuff too and share it. So stuff can spread really fast. You're always on, and that's what you always have to remember.
And speaking of posting video online, we want some videos of you. We want you to share your experiences with us on Facebook or on YouTube.
That's right. So until next time, get out there and rock the job.
Rock it.